Escocia, donde mi amigo Guillermo Ramis, y tenemos una primicia. Estoy con una bodega de Sudáfrica con el señor Peter-Allan Finlayson de Crystallum o Crystallum, ya nos contará cómo se dice. Estos son unos vinos recién llegados a la isla y ya puedo percibir unos aromas maravillosos. Tenemos 2 Chardonnay y 2 Pinot Noir. Sudáfrica es una región que tal vez no es tan conocida en Puerto Rico, pero en términos de la industria, ¿no?, que es mundial, es conocida por unos vinos de gran calidad. Peter-Allan, nice to have you here. Great meeting you. Welcome to the Isla del Encanto, the Enchanted Island.
Thank you so much.
So you come from the other side of the world, Southern Hemisphere. Tell us a little bit about Crystallum, the project.
So Crystallum was started by my brother Andrew and myself in 2007. That was our first vintage. We focus only on Chardonnay and Pinot, drawing from some of the coolest, most interesting sites in the cooler parts of South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your career in wine, can you share a little bit about your background? Where did you sort of cut your teeth starting up?
So my background, my family's been in wine for 3 generations.
Okay.
My grandparents owned a property in Stellenbosch called Hartenberg. They lost that in the mid-70s. Then my dad was the first winemaker at Hamilton Russell Vineyards, which was the first estate domain to take wine seriously in the Hermanus Walker Bay region. From there he started Bouchard Finlayson with a bunch of partners. We sold our shares in that business in the early 2000s. My dad carried on working there, but that's why my brother and I didn't get involved there, and I think it was for the best in terms of not working with my dad in the same setup.
It's a little tough to mix family and business.
No, absolutely. So anyway, so I had a interesting, eventful university career, not academically, but doing other things. And I actually failed my winemaking degree, got about halfway, and I dropped out. And then I studied philosophy and economics, which I just passed. But I spent 6 years doing a 3-year degree. And by the time I'd finished that, I kind of needed to start doing something.
The economics serves to sell the wines, the philosophy to understand them, perhaps, right?
Something like that, yeah. Maybe the other way around, even, So, although the economics of wine are terrible,
Yeah.
So,
they say that if you want to become a millionaire in wine, you have to start off as a billionaire, right?
That's about right, yeah. I think, and then if you own a boat, it'll just happen faster.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so I honestly, I didn't really know what to do after I'd finished studying, and my dad said to me, well, there's some new vineyards planted in the area, why don't you start making a bit of wine? And for lack of a better thing to do, I said, hell yeah, let's give that a go. And then realized a couple of years down the line that it was something that I really enjoyed, and it's grown from there, and still going.
Let's taste, and
Cool.
we can obviously exchange some views while we taste. So tell me about this first, the Agnes Chardonnay 2020.
So the Agnes is named after my great grandmother, Agnes Floyd. It is from 100% Chardonnay from 5 different vineyards. So 3 vineyards that are coastal, and 2 vineyards that are inland, high altitude. The one is at 450 meters and the other one at 800 meters. It is like all the wines, very much a elegant, refined, I'd like to think, example of South African Chardonnay. There's very little new oak on the wine, lovely natural acidity, but you are still getting a bit of creaminess and texture that you would get from South African wine in general.
It's beautiful. It's very precise, very laser focused. You have obviously a good amount of white stone orchard fruit, but you have that lemon oil, and you have this sort of cross between the New World and Burgundy.
Totally, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good summary of my wines and of the good versions of Chardonnay and Pinot from South Africa.
Very nice. In terms of pairing, like, what do you guys pair this with back home? Like, when you crack open a bottle of this, what do you pair it with?
We would look at, one of our, the local fish varieties that we get, something like we get a particular kind of bream that you only get in South Africa called a galjoen, which is delicious. So I spearfish myself a little bit and sometimes get them myself and then put them on we call it a braai. It's our version of a barbecue with open fire with real wood, so no charcoal, no gas allowed. And it's quite a fatty fish, so that is just
I would go and I'm getting a little bit of ginger white tea.
Yeah.
It's very nice, and I love the fact that it's an homage to your grandmother, right?
Totally, yeah.
The Agnes. All right,
Okay.
let's get into the Clyde Shales Chardonnay. This is a
Clay.
2018.
Yeah, so clay shales referring to the soil type. So it's predominantly clay with shale, which is sort of sedimentary rock, very iron rich, and it's the best single Chardonnay vineyard that we work with. So we bottle a wine that comes only from that vineyard. It's aged in bigger oak, which means that we're really, really refining the elegance of the wine and really focusing on that. You know, so it's a super refined.
It's incredibly elegant. It's taking me to Burgundy on the
Yeah.
nose. Here I could tell a tad more of that New World style.
Yeah.
Here is it's very French-like. It's very nice, and it's a 2018, so it has 4 years on its legs.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't taste that age at all. Super fresh.
Very nice, and has that lovely acidity,
Yeah.
salinity,
Yeah.
if you will, stony, flinty, but you do get that beautiful finesse.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
palate makes you salivate and wants to go for a bite of food. I don't want to say that it's more serious of a wine, because I would be bad mouthing this wine. The Agnes was great, but perhaps it's a wine that you can cellar for longer. Maybe you want to drink this one before.
Absolutely. No, 100%. Like that wine, I mean, it's 4 years old and it tastes as fresh as the 2020. You know, it's really a baby. You know, that'll go for another 15 years.
It's incredible.
Fairly
And I love that
comfortable,
the alcohol is in check. It's nothing
Yeah.
overblown. Some Chardonnays from the New World can get too big, as you know. All right,
Yeah.
let's get into the Bonafide Pinot Noir.
I think, sorry, if I'm just going to change these up, we're going to do the Peter-Max first.
Okay, and
we're
is
gonna
this one?
Yeah.
You know, okay.
Yeah, that is poured in the right order. So the Peter-Max, like the first Chardonnay, is a multiple vineyard blend.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's named after the growers that we bought fruit from in the first year that we made the wine, which was in this case the 2008. It's 50% whole cluster, so you're getting a little bit of extra spice from that, a little bit of smokiness, but once again, really, really approachable and drinkable.
It's so nice. I mean, I'm getting the rose petal, nothing sweet, nothing cooked, nothing.
Yeah.
It's very ethereal. It's delicate. It smells savory. Like savory is something you taste on the palate.
Yeah.
And I know it's gonna be red crunchy fruit, savory, a little bit of
But beautiful spice, almost like slight potpourri on the nose.
white pepper,
Yeah.
a bit of white pepper. And there's something funky that I'm getting, like something herbal. I don't know if it's gunpowder. It's something that I'm
Yeah.
enjoying.
Well, that's part of what makes Pinot Noir interesting. You know, that there's often aromas there that are really difficult to define.
Wow. How beautiful. Incredible. Wow.
Lovely, thank you.
And it's got some blood orange notes.
Yeah.
Beautiful wine, and makes you salivate.
Yeah, a slight smoky finish as well.
Yeah, very nice. All right, let's get into the Bonafide.
So Bonafide, so that's a single vineyard Pinot, like the second Chardonnay, and this is really serious. So this is from the Himalayan Valley, which is the first area to really plant and make Pinot Noir successfully in the Walker Bay. As you can tell, as I can tell by your reaction, it's more serious.
This is more red fruit. This is a little bit more black, blue fruit. Yeah, definitely. And this is a baby. Like we're committing a crime here.
Yeah,
we're drinking a baby.
Totally. Yeah.
This is going to last for a long haul.
Yeah.
Very nice. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
And I'm getting the I don't want to say bacon or meat or charred meat, but
it's a bit of like charcuterie.
If you catch my drift, like ham, stuff like that, gorgeous.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it's
it's
a baby. This is gonna open. This is gonna be gorgeous in 8-10 years.
And you got some of that dark fruit, but there's also some strawberry behind that and a bit of sour cherry.
And there's something pitty, something from the stem. There's something green in a good way.
So that's 60% whole cluster. So that's even higher percentage whole cluster.
Wow.
Yeah, more tannin there.
Wow. What's going to be the price point here in Puerto Rico for this one?
You're around 40 to 50.
40 to 50 for this one?
For these two, yeah. 40 and 50. Yeah. So it's low 40s, low 50s.
Wow, this is incredible. Wow. But I mean, they've all been great. So this is low 50s, low 40s, low 40s, low 40s, and low 50s. Wow, incredible wines. Delicious wines. Have you enjoyed the island? What have you seen so far? The hotel, the ocean?
I actually went surfing this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a little bit of sunblock.
Yeah. So the surf is small, but that's something that I live really close to a surf spot in South Africa, and that's kind of my favorite pastime, other than making wine, obviously. And yeah, so small waves, but it was super fun, and the water's a lot warmer than where I'm from. So the last 3 months at home, the water's been like 12 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's 4mm wetsuit, booties, hoodie, freezing.
Well, I'm hoping, and I'm quite sure that working with Guillermo is going to be the first of many future visits to Puerto Rico. Cheers! The wines are magnificent, and I mean they showcase a know-how and an homage to Burgundy without losing your South African roots. South African wines are gorgeous. I just wish that we could have more of them. Thank God we have Guillermo and Ambrosia bringing these beautiful wines. Mi gente, busquen estos vinos increíbles. El Crystallum Chardonnay Agnes está en los bajos 40, al igual que el Peter Max Pinot Noir, y el Shales Chardonnay y el Bonafide Pinot Noir están en los bajos 50. Vinos espectaculares. Si la matemática no me falla, por más o menos 200 se llevan los 4. Vinos increíbles, y Sudáfrica tal vez una región no tan conocida aquí en Puerto Rico, pero a nivel mundial está haciendo unos vinos de inmensa calidad. Salud, cheers.
Cheers.
Un abrazo, salud.
Cheers.